figure out what products you're likely to buy, and then make certain that those products are available at distribution centers that are within, well, right now within the same day drive. They're soon going to be within a 1 hour drive, right? And so they've taken this down to a very granular level. They understand they've built these very detailed, they got a digital twin on each and every one of us. Yes.
I think it has to be a CEO agenda, not a CIO or even a IT agenda, if you will. Hyper-personalization at scale across the organization. Other than the CEO, but CEO has other operational functions they have to manage as well.
So my answer is going to surprise you, because I think the owner is the head of HR. What? I think it's yes. If we believe that people are our most important assets, and that we should be using data and AI to amplify their domain expertise and unleash their creativity, we need to convert HR from a risk mitigation organization to a real talent development organization. You could twin each one of your employees to understand what they do best. So let me blow your mind.
Okay.
Let's say you're head of B2B sales. Okay. And you're trying to increase my sales effectiveness. And today what we do, we assign sales reps based on regions, based on verticals, right?
Territory assignments, yeah, right.
Territory, right. The most generic and most average of ways you can do things. What if you took the time to understand digital twin each of your customers and know where are they from a growth stance, from a budget stance, from an economic growth, right? From all the different 30 to 40 different variables that drive that particular customer's
individuality of that customer. Yeah.
Right. What success they're trying to achieve, right? And what if you had a matching entity model in each and every one of your sales reps? Who's the right sales rep to match to that particular customer? I have a customer here, for example, who's in trouble mode, trying to figure out how do I reduce costs, how do I mitigate risk, how do I find the right salesperson with the right experience and the right skill sets to help them, to match with them, and how do I put AI in the middle to help the sales rep work with that customer to address their concerns about risk and profits and costs and such. Or another customer, young, growing very rapidly, or maybe too fast. Who's the right rep to work with them? Again, if I understand the propensities of each of my sales reps, instead of signing to customers based on territory, what if I based it on capabilities and needs and put AI in the middle as this mix master to make certain that it's monitoring the success of that sales rep, helping to grow them in areas where they need to be more successful to help that customer, right? It would totally transform how we do sales. It would make sales for each rep much more fun and interesting because now they're using their best skills. It would help each customer to reach their particular goals and objectives, which aren't all the same, right? What if you did that, right? It would totally transform the B2B sales experience for an organization. So I wrote a blog about the 3 arcs of professional development, right? That people go through, right? You go through what I call the competency stage. You're trying to learn the business. You go through the proficiency stage where you're now becoming a master of your profession. And then you go to the elevation stage where you're elevating your team and maybe even your entire profession. HR would have the job of leveraging AI to create individualized training programs that help people navigate and accelerate that journey process, helping to amplify the organization's single most important asset, their employees, who have all that valuable tribal knowledge and domain expertise that allows AI to drive that levels of differentiation.
This is fascinating, man. I love the way you started. That's right.
500 pages. Why is it 500 pages? Because this topic isn't lightweight. It isn't something like, I'm just going to put a bunch of data into a large language model. There's no friggin' easy button for AI.
10 years from now, based on your theory now, HR needs to have this power of molding people and personalizing AI as a digital twin, even for employees in the first place, before creating digital twins for, customers, right? How do you give me a fundamental shift that organizations need to think about in this vein or in this regard, where your vision comes to reality, especially in organizations, non-sports?
One really easy point. Do you truly believe your employees are your most valuable assets? Now, most organizations will say, our employees are our most valuable asset. And then when the economy goes soft, who are the first people to let go? Right?
Of course.
All that valuable tribal knowledge, domain expertise walks out your door. You're giving away huge amounts. A lot of times they're walking to your competitors. You're giving your competitors all your domain expertise. And so until companies believe that the true power of AI is amplifying the domain expertise of your employees, if you believe that AI using generative AI, correlation-based analysis, it's the productivity play, writing better reports and such. If you think that's the game, don't talk to me. But if you're serious and realize that, wait a sec, AI is not an optimization technology, it's a learning and adapting technology. It can build employees because there's one other asset that learns and adapts besides AI, humans. And when I couple them together, I get that AI human edge, the AI human edge, right? That allows me to drive intelligence to create new sources of value for my customers, for my operations, for my society, for my environment. You can have it all.
Really appreciate it. I think this is going to be amazing. I look forward for having more of these discussions with you. Bill, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Arvid. Cheers.
Really appreciate it.